Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, joining me today, Texas in the building. KenTheMan is here with me. What up?
What's up?
I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
I've been on this interview for at least 6 months now. We've been here. Michael from Asylum has been in my inbox with the press releases. I said, I don't want the press releases. I want the interview press release. When is she gonna be in New York? When's that happening? Yeah. And when he hit me, I think he hit me like a month ago, and he was like, here's the day she's gonna be in New York. I'm like, it don't matter what I'm doing, we gonna make it happen.
We're gonna get it in now.
And I'm excited to have you here. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
You've been very busy lately.
Yes.
How's this past? How are the COVID times for you? How's this all been for you?
It's they be putting me out like a little dog out here in New York. I can't even eat on the inside and shit. I don't know.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. How long you been out in New York for?
I just yesterday.
Okay, but you out here until Rolling Loud.
No, I'm going back and then coming back because I got to do A3C and then come back for Rolling Loud.
Gotcha. So if you're watching this, make sure you go check out all those sets. I'm sure they'll be online. Which is it's so interesting seeing like the Texas to New York, like the differences of like what's open and what's not and where people can eat.
So super open. Like nobody got to sit outside. Full capacity, full virus, just floating in every air that we can breathe. The
COVID. What did Fat Joe say after the verses? He said, "COVID was in the building." God bless. COVID was in the building. But also, like I feel like this past year and a half has kind of also been good to you too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Asylum, the projects, like a lot has been going on.
Yeah. So I dropped my first project, my first like real project. It's like really my second one, but the first one was like in 2014. So it's kind of like I was a baby trying to figure it out.
Right.
It was a mixtape. But my last one in 2020, it was like mid-pandemic, and I wanted to drop something.
The 304 project.
Yeah. For the pandemic, like for you to feel like you outside even though you inside. So it's cool to drop one that's outside, kinda now.
Kinda
outside, kinda inside. It's both of them.
Well, I mean, you're touring, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we outside.
You outside. So so you mentioned that like that kind of gap in the 2014 to like the current projects that we have now. What was going on in that time?
Well, I retired my first year of rapping because I got writer's block and I didn't know what it was. So I just felt like I made 3 songs and couldn't rap no more.
Okay.
Then I realized it was writer's block. So I took a whole year off. And then when I came back and I realized what writer's block was, I didn't know. I was just rapping, I didn't know you can lose train of fucking thought for like months.
Right.
So when I got back into like rapping and stuff, like I just started just dropping stuff like singles and freestyles. I never really made a body of work. So for the 304s was my first body of work. So, and then it did really well. Like it did. I never felt like it was finished. So when they received it the way that I, thought they would, it was kind of like y'all took it way up more than I thought. So
why did you feel like it was finished? I feel like an artist never feels like their work is done.
I never felt like it doesn't matter like what or who tell me. It's like it take my supporters to tell me. Okay. Like it take them to make me like certain stuff that I do. I don't know why. It's just like I don't know. It just seemed like they show me appreciation for it. So it made me appreciate it more. It's like, damn, okay, let me stop being so hard on myself.
You shouldn't like, I mean, I feel like there's a happy medium between being hard on yourself and then like, the latter. Like, it's like, you got to find like that middle ground of accepting that like, yo, this is really good. Or like, oh, this is like, this could be a little better type. You know what I'm saying?
And I always feel like I feel like I always can outdo myself because I know that I'm always better than what I do. Like I go against myself a lot in my verse. It's like, so sometimes you'll hear my second verse harder than my first verse because I'll be like, I can go harder than me. Like, so and then I make my second verse harder. But then I'll be feeling like I could put a third verse on here and go harder than both of them hoes. I don't know. It's weird. I battle with myself.
The year-long writer's block is crazy. It's crazy to me. Like you were just like, I'm done.
I was just like, I'm out. I'm done. I don't know what this is. Like, I guess I can't rap. I didn't really know that I could rap for real then. I just thought I took a good stab at it and, people liked it. I didn't know that I was gonna be a rapper. Like I never knew like that I could rap. Like it's weird. I don't even know how like I stumbled across actually feeling like, let me go write this down. So
like you don't even know what was the moment for you. You were just
to be like, let me write this down. Like let me go write it down. Like I don't know. Like it seemed like almost like I just stumbled
upon this.
Yeah, like
were you surrounded by any artists growing up?
No.
Like anybody in your family?
Well, my whole family, like my mom's side, they all like sing and play instruments.
Oh, cool.
But
Okay.
nobody raps. Like, it's nobody in my family that rap.
But I mean, like that musical stuff sticks with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you play any instruments growing up? Or?
No, I wish. I tried to take up the guitar plenty times. Never could do it. I'm gonna try again. My nails just be too long.
So you just like one day you just started writing. You were like, this is it.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm going hard.
And you're like, your come up story is pretty crazy because I scoured the internet and obviously I have your bio and whatnot. And like, I know you went to school to get a degree in psychology, right? I'm like, damn, this girl's done everything. So I want to break. So, okay. So you went to school for this degree in psychology, right? Were you rapping at this time?
No, I was,
okay.
I don't think I was rapping.
No, okay. But then so you went to school for this, right? And then I saw that you were also like, you were doing Uber for a while as well. And then you also were in like a group?
Yeah, I was in multiple girl groups.
Like,
I was in a girl group in like 6th, 7th grade, and I was in a girl group in like, was it 9th, 10th grade?
19th grade?
9th, 10th.
9, 10. Oh, 9. I thought you said 19.
19th grade.
9th, 10th grade. So were those like singing groups?
Yes.
Okay.
It was never rapping. It was always singing. It was like, one of them was called The Ultimate Barbie Collection. The first one, I don't remember what it was called, but it was me and my best friend in the 6th grade, 7th grade. We used to do all the talent shows together and sing Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with those girls.
We was those girls that did the talent show.
I ain't even mad at you for that. Shit. Did you win?
It wasn't a competition. It wasn't competitive. It was just like,
what fun is that?
I know, because I'm hella competitive. OD. So I would have loved that. But I used to be in choir and everything. Like, I used to do a lot.
So when you were like doing the Uber stuff, were you, because like this is interesting because I had someone on the show like a month or two ago who would say when they would be like working or driving that they would also be writing at the same time. Were you was that kind of a similar thing for you too?
Like it was like, because I needed to work for money, but also it's like the jobs that I had, you know, when you get off work, you be tired. So it's kind of like, then you rest for the next day to go to work. Yeah. So it's like, I never really had an opportunity to write anymore. So it was like, I found myself drifting. And I knew I really wanted to do it. So when I did transition to like having a regular waitressing job to doing DoorDash, I found that it was easier for me to create because it's just me in the car. And that's how I started off writing, was in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was kind of like familiar. It was comfortable. Like, it's like a closed in spaces, like help my brain stay, like keep
on track.
Yeah, keep my ADHD in balance.
I also feel like your music also really goes hard in the car. Because that's how I listen to your project. Like, I like listening to artists' projects in the car, especially when I'm interviewing them, because I feel like when I'm sitting down in my room and I'm listening to an album, it just isn't the same as me driving in the car. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the car test is really the true test on whether you like something or not.
Because 9 times out of 10, that's where you listening.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, shout out Class Murder from Buffalo. He told me that he always he'll make his music in the car. Like when people send him beat packs, he'll sit in the car, play the beat packs, and that's how he'll determine what beats he's going to put on his album.
No, that's literally, like, that's the best way to hear him. Like, seriously, that's true tea. True tea.
So how did we go from that to Asylum Records?
Took a lot of years. Like, Actually, Asylum, I just felt like they fit me because it's like, it was a lot of people like that I could have went with, but it's like what I represented and what I felt like I wanted, it was not them puppeting me into, like, not Asylum, but like the other people. Like, I wanted to be the authentic me, you know. I didn't want to be telling me to do this some type of way or make music a certain type of way, or I felt like that was gonna put me back into like I'm working for somebody. So when Asylum came, it was just like they really were the first people to be like, what do you want? And I was just like, I guess I want y'all. I guess we go together now.
I love that. Now, with those other, I guess, situations that you were in, because like someone who I've had on the show recently has expressed to me, like, they were like, oh, like these other places or labels or whatever situations try to make me or like over sexualize me or do this and that. Do you feel like it was kind of like that, where they were trying to mold you into something or a person that you were not for the sake of, I guess, how people view you?
Well, I feel like we didn't get that far, but it was like along like contracts and just dialogue. They would be like, stuff that you can feel it out. Like if you're not, if like I'm a very aware person, like I kind of can read people, and so it's like I can feel it. Like, and it's crazy because with Asylum, it's like they presented it to me and they kept it, they stood on it, and it really is what it is. It wasn't like this whole facade of like, oh, we gonna trick this bitch and then we gonna this how she finna know, you know what I'm saying? It was really like so it was I would never let it get to the point to where but it was like just their conversation. I could see it, I could tell, I could feel it, and then the contract said, and then they want 5 albums, and what? It's like absolutely not doing that. It's too much.
Like you could feel like they were gonna try to like change your sound, change this about you, try to make you do this and that, and like,
I feel like as artists we grow with growth.
Word,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to get the chance to grow. Like this project is totally different from For the 304s. So it's like give artists the chance to get those, get their own speed and win and do what they feel at the time, because I feel like that's how you make the best music. It works for some people though, but I've heard way more complaints than like people like, oh, I love it here, because
you want to, at the end of the day, like you want to still be like your most true authentic self to your sound, to how you're perceived, to all this. Like you don't want to change you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're the reason why people fuck with you in the first place.
You the reason why y'all even know about me. It's just myself. Exactly. Like I'm the reason that you are here. So why change
that?
And I just feel like, I don't know, it works for a lot of people, but I just knew that was not what I wanted. So.
For you were like, all right, Asylum's gonna let me do what I want to do, how I want to do it.
I'm too fucking bossy, like to be told what to do. Like I'm bossy, but it's just like I feel like you have the right to be bossy over your music.
You
like,
should.
How you not bossy off of something you thinking of? That's not fair,
And on top of that, that's your art at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You're the one creating it. That's your baby for all intents and purposes. Exactly. So why can't like you be in control of like the narrative of the music and how it's like perceived and how people receive it at the same time.
100%.
So with this project, right? What's My Name? What did you want to do with this project? Like how is this? Because this is your debut project under Asylum, correct? What did you kind of want to do different on this project than what you've done before, as this being like the first project where people can enjoy it outside like that?
I wanted to rap. Like I really wanted to like not just make fun music. So that's why you have tracks like on that and Rose Gold, and even I would say What the Fuck. Like those are like, well, I'm perfect, I'm rapping too, but it's like I just wanted to make a balance of things that I don't want to be just a one way type of rapper. Like I want to show people like how I can get, and I can get real grimy, I can get real sweet, I can get real emotional, I can get real like gutter, I can get real sensual, I can get real sexy, I can get real nasty. I wanted to kind of like show people that like you're not finna get the same me twice, basically. Right. So that's what I always feel like. I got so much going on in my head and stuff. It's like you can't expect to just get the same album over and over from me. So it's like I was like, I'm not gonna even get them accustomed to something that they thinking I'm gonna do. I want to keep them on the same page with me, because it's like I change. Like we grow. Like I was a year younger and a year probably dumber, so it's like I wanted them to grow with me in a way, and it's just like this is the type of stuff that I like to make. I don't just like to be ratchet all the time. Like sometimes I like to be deep, like Love Yourself. Then sometimes I like to be nasty, like On That. Then sometimes I like to be fun and just wordplay, witty, Rose Gold. Then sometimes I like to be like, these niggas is pathetic, damn shame, Then sometimes I want to be like, I'm so in love with money, I wouldn't lie. Like, so it's like I just wanted to give many sides of myself, and it's still not all of myself, so they gonna have to keep up with the next one too, because it's more coming. Right,
because there was definitely a few songs on there when you were talking some shit, you were talking some nasty, and I was driving, and I was like, what the fuck did she just say? And I was like, damn, what is going on here? So I thought that, but then obviously you switch it up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you give the different sides of yourself while still not giving your whole self away, and I think that's the important part of the music. Like you're letting people into your life, but you're not giving them everything.
Everything, because it's like they'll get bored too. Like if you just give them everything right off the bat, it's like, oh yeah, her sound just like the last one. Oh yeah, she making the same song over and over again. So
Word,
I just always try to keep them guessing and keep them like they never know. Like I've did this thing with my singles. Like I never dropped the same single twice. Like I might not like it. It was barred up heavy, and then I dropped What the Fuck. It was kind of fun. It was like, it gave me a little TikTok vibe. Then I dropped I'm Perfect, and then that was kind of like, it was West Coast vibes to me, but it was like, it was Southern bars, like, you know. And then I dropped Rose Gold. It was ratchet. It was totally down south, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, oh, then I dropped Secret. That was like something slow, and it was about being someone's secret sex partner and other things.
Sneaky links.
Sneaky,
yeah.
but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I just wanted to keep it kind of like unexpected.
You didn't want to think people were going to get the same signal from you every time.
Yeah, I want them to be like, damn, you do this too? You do?
Right.
And I just feel like that's what keep people interested and keep people like, you know, wanting to hear what's next versus knowing what's coming next, you know?
Right. And one of my favorite things, and I told you I was going to tell you this in the interview, was that when I first heard about you, it was, shout out my guy Jason from Colombia. He sent me this record, the Chase B with you and O.M.B. Bloodbath. And I remember he sent it to me, and I listened to it on one of, because I would go for runs during the pandemic. I would go outside and go for a run. And he was like, he called me like, yo, Gabe, you got to listen to this record, blah, 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 Chase B, blah, blah, whatever. And I played it, and I was like, this shit is so fire. Who are these two amazing MCs on this shit? And it was you and O.M.B.
Bloodbath.
Yeah.
Bloodbath was a cold case, man.
Yeah.
That's a cold motherfucker right there.
And then ever since then, when your name would just pop up everywhere, and I'll be like, that's why I got on our friend's case about getting you up here, because I thought that was so cool. So I gotta ask, how did that record come about?
Bloodbath DM'd me and was like, I got this idea, and she was like, I feel like you gotta represent for the girls, and I was just like, what is it? And she was just like, you know how people be saying for me, and I was like, yeah. And just a note, we was the first for me's. We seen a lot of for me's after that, but we was the first ones. But she just asked, and she set up the session at this mansion with
oh wow,
yeah, with her label and stuff, and it was like a big pool. It's very inspirational. I was like, we about to make this fucking song. So we made it or whatever, and then she wrote her verse in like 20 minutes, like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then so after she got done, everybody was looking at me like excited, like it's your turn, and it was like
you're like, I might need a second.
I needed like 2 weeks. Because it's like, I felt like it was so good, and I didn't want to be the one to ruin it, you know.
Right.
And then at that time, like, of course, her label, they didn't know that I rap as good as I rap, so it's like they were trying to give me little corny lines, and I was like, that ain't hot. I don't rap like that.
Shit, yeah.
Like, I was just like, I can really rap, y'all. Relax. Just give me some time.
Give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. I got you.
She intimidated me a little bit, but I was like, I ain't writing about you. I'm like, you make me nervous.
That's
and then
hilarious.
she act like she couldn't think of nothing to give me. I said, give me some lines, bro. And then she act like she couldn't think of nothing. I was like, you know what? Okay, every man for themselves. So I waited my couple of days until my brain started getting back, and then it became for me.
And so Chase B, how did the Chase B? How did that?
He was there. He was. I didn't even know though. Like, I didn't know it was his beat playing or nothing. I didn't know nothing. Like, I'm not really looped in. I'm a real homebody. Like, I don't follow blogs. Like, I don't pay attention to nobody business. I just kind of stay in my bubble. So he was there playing beats, and then we were supposed to do it on another beat actually. And then so we was talking to somebody outside by the pool, and then I heard that beat come on. I said, we need to do it on this beat. But it was like, it wasn't my mansion, so I didn't want to speak up. Right. I said, who beat is this? We need to do it on this beat. And then she was like, hey, this Chase beat or whatever. And I was just like, Chase beat? We need to do it on Chase beat. And it was like really a good decision because it fit better too. Like the beat was totally better than the beat we were going to go with.
I love that. Did you? So you didn't really know too much about Chase B before that?
No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't know, and it's not like he ain't popping and nothing. It was just that I just was so.
It's Travis Scott's DJ.
I didn't even know, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like I was like, that's how you know it was a true like moment of like a good beat. It wasn't even like, let's use this beat because it's Travis Scott DJ. It was like, this beat hard. What was this? You know?
Yeah. Travis has definitely heard that song.
Yeah, I know.
And that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he told me.
He said Trav heard it?
No, Travis told me he heard it.
Really?
Yeah, we was at this concert, and he was like, you the one on the For Me song, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, that's hard. You hard. And I was like, thank you.
You're like, whenever you want to do a song, I'm literally right here.
I be trying to let people in their peace, but I wanted to say just
no, of course,
do one with me.
Yeah.
We can make one that's hard too.
You say, yo, if you ever need an extra voice on Utopia, I am here. If you're trying to do a real Houston record, I am here.
Right. You know, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people be in their own business. So it's like, I know we gonna circle back one of these days. I be trying to let people have a piece because I know they get that all the time.
Right.
Oh, big homie, you gotta tell you, man, I'm charming, I'm hot, man, I'm the hottest out of Houston. I know he hear it all the time. So I was just like, let me just let this man be.
When it's for you, it's for you.
It's gonna be for me. That's what I live by.
And like with the Houston scene, like the Houston hip hop scene right now is in such a cool place because there's so many different people in Houston and like so many different artists coming out. Like obviously you and Bloodbath, and then who have I had on the show? I actually had Paul Wall on the show last year, which was really incredible. And I did B King. Who else? There were a few other Houston artists who I've had on the show. And Tisa Korean, Young Puda, I think was the other one. But everybody's so different. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, that's the thing that I love about Houston. It's like none of us sound like we're just from there. Yeah. Like we got so many different sounds. Like even Don Toliver. Like Don
Toliver, yeah. How could I even forget about Don Toliver?
His voice is so unique. So it's like we all have a different way. Like even Bloodbath raps way different than anybody. Travis, Paul Wall, everybody. It's just everybody has.
There's not like one sound. It's like there's a bunch of different sounds.
Like you couldn't like distinguish the. Like, oh, yeah, we know that's Houston. Like, it's almost like, where you from? They always ask me, where you from? Where you from?
You're like, Houston, come on.
Houston. Yeah. Don't I sound like it?
But I love it because, like, when I see, my first time in Houston was when I went to the first Astroworld Festival, the first ever one. And one of my favorite things about it that at the time I didn't appreciate that much, but as I got older and more into this music business, I appreciated more was the Houston All-Stars set that they did, where they had all like the Houston legends come out and whatnot. And I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? So I know some of these people, but I'm not as like, I'm not as in tune as everybody who was there. Yeah. But then like as I like watch the videos from the first festival and like see who was there, and as I get to know more about Houston, going back there so much, I'm like, oh man, this is such an awesome experience. And like, I don't know, I just love Houston culture. I feel like every time I go down there, I get something new and I learn something new, and it's amazing.
It's a dope vibe for sure.
No, like, Houston is incredible. And so kind of going into like talking about artists, I think a question that a lot of people have is like, when are we gonna get you on some more records with some other people?
Definitely want to. See, it's like, no, for real, because I be getting this question. It's just like, I don't be like, I know me, I be sucking like sometimes with my writer's block and stuff, like with getting people and meeting people deadlines. So it's like the same with me. Like I don't feel like it's nothing against me necessarily. I just be feeling like sometimes maybe people kind of busy or they don't get to it or so it's like it ain't like I don't feel like they don't want to do it, but it's like I ain't finna wait and push my project back for no features. Shit, I would get on there, lay them verses and just let it, like, hopefully we get a remix or something, so but it's just like I don't hold myself up for a feature. Okay. Like I just you just go. I just kind of go, and then when it fits and like when I feel like it fits, it's gonna fit. But I want to, like, that's something, like I do have features out there and stuff and they're really dope, so it's like of course I want to do more. Yeah, because when I was looking at the project, I'm like oh, and I do appreciate when people don't put any features on the project because it's interesting to me because it's something you don't really see that much anymore. So but I was also like, damn, when is she gonna do some more features? Who are we gonna see her with next? You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I know you probably get that a lot too. You're probably like, no, but coming, I really want to, like, I really want to do a lot of features with girls, singing girls, rapping girls. Like I really want to do the singing guys, the rapping guys. Like I want to just mix it up and do a bunch. But I feel like the time is gonna come. It's gonna be perfect timing. And a lot of times too, I feel like you gotta kind of work your way up to, because it's kind of like people don't really just find the underdog and be like, let me hop on your track and make it. Yeah, like, are you hard? It's almost like I got to get to your level before you give me, you bless me with a verse. Right. So it's just, I'm just working. I ain't going to ask for no handouts. I'm going to just get it when I get it. I respect that. And so, okay, so you're doing a bunch of festivals, right? By the time people see this, you probably already did Rolling Loud in A3C, but you're also doing Rolling Loud LA. And this is incredible that you're doing Rolling Loud. Are you excited? Have you done Rolling Loud yet or not? Yes, I did the virtual one, and I did the one. You did do the virtual one. I do remember seeing you on the lineup for that. So freaking nervous. It was like the most. I was more nervous in Miami though. I was like, I was
So you
not
did Miami as well?
Yeah, I did
okay,
Miami.
Okay.
And I was just so nervous. So now I feel like for New York, I'm gonna be ready because it's like I was already nervous. Like, what you nervous about now? You already know what's happening. Calm down. You know the camera's about to be crazy. You know it's about to be a lot of people. You know it's about to be a big stage. Yeah. So it's like it's nothing to be nervous about now. I'm
very excited to check out your set when I'm there because I'll be running around doing interviews and whatnot. And I'll definitely get up with you backstage. So which virtual one did you do? You did the Halloween or the Christmas? There was a few. There was like 5 of them. That's why I'm trying to remember which one.
It wasn't like a.
It wasn't one of those virtual festival ones.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't like a theme. It was like
it was just like a.
It was just a show. It was in Florida.
Okay.
I don't remember.
There was just so many streams. That's why I was like,
it was the one that was in Florida though.
Okay. Because when I spoke with Coyle Ray like a few months ago, me and her were talking about it. She was like, she was telling me how intense it was because you saw all the comments pop up on the screen.
Yes, and then you read them and you can't help but to read them sometimes, and it's just like, fuck, I seen it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I see what they're saying about me.
I gotta get off of here. People are so mean.
I can only. That's not really the best idea for artists to put the comments up.
The thing is, we gonna accidentally glance and read, but you know what? It's okay because it's almost like you shouldn't care anyway. Like y'all sitting at home weak, whack.
Right, you get in the bag.
We get in the bag. Why do we care? You know. So and it's just like, you know, you ain't gonna always be everybody cup of tea. But it's like it was a lot of good though. I seen a lot of stuff like, oh, they was trying to say stuff, and it was like, give her a chance, guys, give her a chance, and it was just like, she kind of get roused. So it was good. I seen that, and then it was just like I just seen a bunch of spam. They waiting on they whatever artist was some name they kept on putting. I was just like, all right, that's who y'all want.
You know, some of those fandoms are crazy.
It was so spammy. I was just like, how y'all typing that fast?
It's just It's just Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, enter. You know what I'm saying? That's
crazy.
It's Twitch. It's how that works.
You know how to do it. You be doing it too.
I definitely have never done that. I'm not that crazy of a fan. I promise you, I'm not that crazy of a fan. I just know how to. I have spam stuff before, but not for artists. Yeah, not for artists. Look at her outing me like that. Like what?
It's like you giving me suspect vibes.
I swear, I have not done. Look, I have not. Maybe to support one of my friends, but I don't, or support an artist friend of mine. But I don't think I've ever done that to be a crazy fan. Have I? No, I haven't.
Now you question.
No, I gotta think about it now. I'll be like, what have I? No, I haven't.
I believe you.
But Rolling Loud in person. So Miami, how was that for you?
Very nerve-wracking.
So that was like the first Rolling Loud in person.
Yes, that was the first Rolling Loud. Like it was like all of us was nervous. Like we were so nervous. I seen when I was in the back of the DJ booth and I seen my DJ shaking, I just knew it was no hope for us. I was like, no, not you too. We all scared. She was shaking. Like I seen it and I thought I was tripping. And then when we got off stage, she was like, I was shaking. I was like, no way I seen you really shaking like that. She was shaking bad. I was back there feeling like I was about to cry. I just wanted to opt out. I was like, okay, we're here now. I'm about to leave.
You're like, I'll send you back to deposit. I'm out.
I'm out. I gotta go. I'm finna send my dancers out there without me. Y'all could do it. I was so nervous.
But you killed it.
Yes,
you killed it. Well, I think it's like one of those things. Once you get out there and once you're performing, it's like everything just kind of.
It took me like 2 songs before I got adjusted. I was just like, all right, we here now. And then after I started really realizing who I was, and I performed like every weekend of my life, damn near. It was kind of like, I'm good. What am I tripping for?
And the crowd was with it.
Yeah, they was like, they're really Rolling Loud. That's what I like about Rolling Loud. It's like they are ready to party, you know. So it's like even if they don't know you, it's kind of like they still gonna be like involved. Yeah, they're gonna get turned. Yeah, they show you love.
Did anybody mosh pit to your song? To your songs?
No, I don't have mosh pit songs.
Well, you don't. No. Here's my thing. This is why I say that is because like I feel like they mosh pit to like everything. Yeah.
I didn't see any mosh pitting going on.
I was one of those kids like 5 years ago.
Mosh pit.
Yes, I was definitely one of those kids.
Well, that wasn't that long ago. You was a little kid still.
Exactly. I was 20 years old when my VIP Power 105 intern pass, just saying I was working, but really in the mosh pits. If any of my bosses see this, no, you didn't. But I was really in the mosh pits for Travis, just acting a fool.
No, he had really, really good shows.
Really good shows. Incredible.
I seen him in one show in Revention in Houston, and then he was fussing at his security because they tried to they were being rude or something to one of his fans, and he was like, "Don't fucking touch him." I was like, "I like him. He like his fans." So
my favorite, one of the Astroworlds. I think it was after the one where he hurt his leg in New York. He was on like this kind of, I don't know what it's called, like the cherry pickers where they have you up in the sky on like a just a little platform. He dropped his mic in the crowd, and then like one of the, I guess some fan found it and it was like yelling in the mic, and then some guy, I guess one of the PAs or whatever it is, had to walk up the cherry picker to get up there and give Trav the mic. So this dude was just like free climbing up there it was crazy. It was crazy.
My
His
God.
shows are insane. I love it. I have so much fun.
They are wild. Like, I love that.
I love it. Soon come the big productions, your shows.
The dropping
you know
mics in the crowd. I really want to crowd serve because I feel like I'm real small and I can really get it done.
Looking at the team, they look stressed out. Okay.
I do. I feel like I can do it because I'm so light.
You gotta just do it. You gotta be like, look, I ain't going to crowd surf.
I don't want to hit the pavement, so I gotta wait.
Well, you're not gonna like. Well, you gotta like ease into the crowd surf. You're not just gonna like jump off the stage. You gotta like. Oh, you want to jump?
I'm so light. I know they can catch me.
Was that the sound of them catching you, or you hitting the pavement?
That was the pavement. See, I don't want that. That's why I'm waiting a little bit, couple more months. Then I'm gonna be in the crowd.
And then you're gonna be in the crowd. Well, I'm excited to catch you at Rolling Loud. I'm excited to see everything that you got coming up next. Music wise, what's next for you? What do we got? What is the next step after this project?
Okay, I didn't even discuss this with nobody really, but I was thinking about doing a deluxe because I just feel like my producer / engineer texted me. He said, "What you think about a deluxe?" I said, "Let's do it."
Right.
Because I just feel like, what can it hurt? They really are loving the project right now, which I was very shocked in how much that they kind of approved, approved the transition of like how they was like, I can't believe this how you came. Like, we love this. Like, and it's feel good, but it feels so good to me because it's like I really be wanting to rap. Like, I really want to get back into hip hop being hip hop versus it being everything that it was, changed into or grown into, because I do like the new type of wave and stuff, and I really like that music you've been playing too.
Playing some Bronx drill, guys.
Yeah, I like that. But I just kind of wanted to, because it's like all of a sudden everybody just want to twerk, and it's like, what about people that don't really twerk and want to just listen?
Just want to listen and yeah, I feel you.
So I was happy about that, and so I was just like, why not? I could probably get all of taking everything that they're saying about it and create some tracks off of their energy now.
Dope.
And put it on something that they already love. I feel like that would be dope.
That's exciting. Okay, so deluxe possibly on the way.
Possibly on the way.
And I think as long as you wait, like, you're not dropping it like the week after. Obviously, there's gonna be some time. So I feel like, I like when deluxes drop after like a few months. I think that's good. You know what I'm saying? Right, back to back is like weird to me because it's like you already
quick.
it's too quick and but like if you wait since you're probably gonna wait a few months, I think that's like perfect timing. So deluxe on the way, festivals on the way. Anything else that the people gotta know about before we sign off here for the day?
Just go get What's My Name, y'all. It's out. It came out Friday. Y'all are gonna love it if you love music and good music, and y'all gonna see me a lot of more places.
There you go. Well, before we sign off, let the people know they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let them know besides what you just did? This camera right here.
I've been looking at this one.
No, this is the main camera. That's the wide shot. This is your camera.
Okay, scratch that. Hey, y'all, go get What's My Name. It's going up. I'm KenTheMan. You can follow me everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at IMKENTHEMAN. I'm KenTheMan on everything. Go get that. Go check me out on YouTube. I got videos of Thanks for having me.
There you have it.
On the radio. On the radar.
On the radar.
I was about to say on the radio. I knew it though. I already knew it.
No, you're good. That's okay.
But then you start confusing me with the cameras, and now you get me tongue-tied.
It's like the Rolling Loud stage fright all over
right,
again. She's like, now I'm getting tongue-tied, all this shit.
Thanks for having me on the radar. He's awesome. He put me on some Bronx drill, and I love it. And boom.
Scene. KenTheMan on the radar. Till next time. Thank you so much.
We out.
Appreciate you. Oh, you just gonna leave me?
I didn't